Hello everybody and welcome to UTS RC. Now what is UTS RC? Now I've put a lot of thought into this, and the UTS basically stands for under the stairs. Yes, I am sat in the cubbyhole under the stairs because that's the only space we've got in the house. So this is where I do all my model making and fettling of cars. So yes, this is where you will find me most of the time. Now this isn't my first venture into YouTube. I do have another channel. The other channel was really based on my VW transporter. It was called The Adventures of Lario. Now there was a few videos on there regards to the RC. Now that really didn't sort of fit the channel, so I've decided to set up a brand new channel, come over here and solely sort of base this one on the RC or remote control channel. So if you will have seen from the shorts that is also been uploaded a couple of nights back now, I entered a concourse competition at our local model shop called InsidelineModels. It was also run by AndyRobinsonRC. If you haven't done, go check out his site, or his YouTube page. Absolutely brilliant reviews of anything that you could possibly want. Absolutely superb. Anyway, so I entered a concourse competition. I entered a TT01 with drift body shell, drift interior, fancy graphics, everything. I also entered a Blitzer Beetle. Now my Blitzer Beetle doesn't look anything like the Blitzer Beetles that you would normally get off the shelf. It's basically cabriolet. I cut the arches down, I've lowered the chassis, I've put a custom interior in it, it's got lights, it's got underglow, yeah. So basically, long and short of it, I won, and I was pretty chuffed because I've never really won anything in regards to the RC. I've only really been back into the hobby since about December of last year, I would say, just before December. So yeah, so it's nice to be recognised. However, I also won. Not only did I win a trophy, I won this. So that is the Bagheera Fat Fox from Tamiya. Now I completely forgot I was winning this. So when this was pulled off the shelf, I was pretty chuffed. However, this is going to be a two-part video. The first part is obviously going to be the chassis. Now, I have been asked to do a live on TikTok. Thank you, Ethan. However, due to me not having the time to do a live on TikTok, I have done a video on here and I have done a time-lapse. So this is the video time-lapse of me building the said Fat Fox chassis. Let's go. And there we have it, one finished TT01E chassis. Now, I'm a bit of a shelf queen, if I'm honest. I always have these grand ideas of building these and running them and saying to people, yeah, I'm going to run it. And then I always get carried away with the body shell, and then I think, oh, it's too nice that I can't run that. However, this body shell will not be ran. This chassis will be, but I will get another body and just do a basic single, possibly two colours. My colours are black and orange, which you will see in future videos. And I will do a body shell, and I will take this body shell and I will take this chassis racing at Blackpool and Defiled RC CC. But those videos will come. But I also quite like to do body shells for existing chassis that I've got. So sometimes just get a chassis and don't even bother putting the electrics in it. I will be putting the electrics in this one. I have the FTX Banzai chassis. Now I have in mind for this the Tamiya Civic, is it the EK9 or EG9? I can't remember the number. It's one of the early Civics. I've got plans in my mind, so that is probably going to be the next one on the channel that you see being done, but we will see. However, in part 2 we will hopefully get the bodywork done. I've looked in the box, I have looked and I've put it back. It looks quite intense, but if you don't try, you don't get anywhere, do you? So anyway, thank you for watching part 1. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and a subscribe, that would be great. It helps build the channel, obviously, as you know. People always say it, but it's true, it does work. But thanks for watching this episode. Hopefully see you at episode 2. Bye for now.